Hi, Data Ben here. The lambda function enables us to define parameters and then run an algorithm or a calculation upon those parameters. Let's see a simple example. So if I enter the numbers 1, 2 and 3 here, and then underneath I'll do equals lambda, open parenthesis, and it asks for parameter or calculation. So we're actually going to define three parameters for these three numbers, which we'll just call x, y and z. And then the final parameter is actually going to be a calculation. So the final entry in lambda is always the calculation that you're going to complete. So in this case, we're just going to add them together, x plus y plus z, and then close parentheses. This will come up with a calc error, which you can see here. This is because we haven't defined what x, y and z are. So to test your new function, you can open parentheses after this function. So open parentheses here, and we're going to say x is this cell, y is this cell, and z is this cell. So the format is here is that you just open a new set of parentheses and add some test data in there, which is going to tell the lambda function that x, y and z are equivalent to f5, f6 and f7. So we should have the result there of 6, which we do. So that's lambda in its most simple form. It's any number of parameters followed by the calculation, and then close the parentheses. So the calculation is always the last argument in lambda. And the test data can follow it. So the test data is optional, but you will really want to be able to test on the go that your function is working. Okay, let's delete this simple test. And now we're going to look at the table we have here, which is a list of students, anonymized, the exams they've taken, Excel VBA Advanced or Beginner, and the test score that they resulted. In the following table here, we have some options, so you can choose a student, so say student A, and then we can choose an exam that they've done. So in this case, Excel VBA Advanced. And we've got a maxifs formula here, which simply returns the maximum result that they've had from the exam. So for example, student C here has taken Excel VBA Advanced a number of times, so twice here. First they got 82 and next they got 95. So if we try student C Advanced, we see that the score is 95. Finally, we want to be able to grade the student, and this is where we're going to use the lambda function. So we're going to start by doing equals lambda, open brackets, and we're going to have the first parameter, which is going to be the score. So we'll have that as score. And then I'm going to paste in a very long formula here, which is the ifs statement for all the possible grades you can get. So if the score is greater than 80, you get the grade A, greater than 70, grade B, greater than 60, grade C, and so on. So quite a long formula. And then we're going to close the lambda and then open brackets again to put in the test data. So we have one parameter, so one cell, which is H2 here. And we can see here we get the correct result through. Next, we want to copy the entire line and then go into formulas, define name or name manager on PC. And we want to give this lambda a name. So we're going to call it exam score. And then you just paste in the lambda to the formula bar here. If you have any test data on the end, like we do, H2, you just want to delete that off because that was just used for testing. So we're just left with the full lambda that we've created, and then press OK. And now we can replace this long formula with the lambda we've just entered into the name manager. So you'll see it actually comes up on IntelliSense. So we've got exam score, open brackets, choose the score, close brackets, and there we get the same results. And then we can scroll through other students and test that we get the same results here, which we do. So that's very much simplified the very long formula we had and hides it away in the name manager as well. So it's possible, for example, to create some very complex formulas, including with algorithms, and then make these available to other users in the workbook. So let's see if this works against the table itself. So it equals exam score, and then we'll choose the test scores, and there we go. It's given us the result for all of the grades automatically all the way down with this very, very short formula equals exam score and then the score there. So the sky's the limit with this use of lambdas, and on the next video we're going to show how we can combine let and lambda for some really creative results.